Hello, Sim here. So if you're like me, your PS4's hard drive is probably pretty full with all your favourite games, and with Black Ops 3 around the corner and Star Wars Battlefront, your hard drive is probably not going to cut the mustard, so it's time to go and upgrade. So what do you need? Obviously your PS4, a controller, a cable so the PS4 knows how to talk to it, a memory stick, FAT32 formatted, a Phillips screwdriver, then your new hard drive, and it's got to be a maximum height of 9.5mm, otherwise you won't be able to use it. And you saw on screen what Samsung I went for, and an optional external hard drive for performing a backup. Again, it's FAT32 formatted, just like in the days of using a PS3. But you can skip the whole backup if you want, but you do have to do at least syncing your trophies. Pretty much most consoles are going to have it synced, but it will tell you if it's not when you come to do your backup. So you go all the way down to System, down to Backup and Restore, and go for Backup. And of course, the external hard drive is connected. It does some computation to make sure you got some free space, or enough free space, we say, and says, yep, it's ready to go. And off you go and click on Backup. So if I fast forwarded stuff here and there, so it all does all of that, starts it off, and then goes, okay, we're going for it. And I've sped this up. Obviously, you're not going to watch it sit there for 7 hours, are you? Now, you can leave it running overnight. That's what I did. And you get presented that saying, oh, okay. And the system reboots. No problem. So this is a bit of a step-by-step guide because those of you who are not familiar with how to do this or have never done it, or like, oh, I'm scared. What do I do, Sim? So this is what this guide's for. So I've also wanted to show you how to turn it off. Not everybody knows how to turn off a PS4. So, because the PS4 will default to rest mode, you have to turn it off well and truly. So here we go. So we just slide off this top, and it's fairly easy actually. It's a little bit of clip, just a little bit of fiddle, but not too much. And just a nice little touch here with the PlayStation buttons on the screw. And that's what we're going to undo now to get access to the PlayStation 4's hard drive. So once you've removed the screw, it just simply slides out. Here we go. And my particular one had an Hitachi hard drive in it. A very reliable brand. So there's 4 screws, so now you have to undo those. It's exciting stuff, I know. But once you've undone those screws, you'll see these rubber mounts, so be careful you don't break those away, because they're like vibration washers, you know, to stop it humming and stuff. And then you just swap in your brand new hard drive. Now, if you do PC building, and I tend to do this, not every day, of course, you do opposing corners, but you don't tighten it up too tight. To make sure you've got all your screws nicely aligned, because you don't want to be doing any cross threading or anything like that. A very simple step, but once you've done that, you just tighten them all up. And hey presto, you are ready to rock and roll. It really is important to do it that way. I've always done it that way. And because even doing this, you know, I had a few alignment issues, so I had to be careful. So that's what you do. So once you've done that, you just slide it back in. And then, of course, you go and put your PlayStation screw back in. And then you just clip on the top, and it's fairly straightforward. It's a lot easier than PlayStation 3, because anybody who did this on the PlayStation 3 will remember the screw that completely dissolved in your hands as soon as you put a screwdriver near it. But this was fairly straightforward and painless. Now, I will explain how to get into safe mode in a minute, but this step caught me out big time, and I thought, oh my god, I've still got firmware 2.57. I know it's just upgraded to 3.0. My god, is there some firmware issue? And so you can use Google and go PS4 firmware. Just Google it, type in UK at the end or your country. And you think, oh, just click on the download file. Haha, you would be so wrong. Same for the US version. Don't do that whatsoever. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, because there's a different firmware. There's a patch version of firmware for when you're updating existing firmware, so you're patching it. And then there's firmware, that's 900 megs or so, in size that you need the complete OS, the complete PlayStation operating system. And so you can do that similarly on the UK site. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, different layout. I wish they would be consistent, but that's just a minor thing. And you just click the download now, because that says download. The American site wasn't so clear that you had to click on that other thing. But so you download that, put it onto the memory stick. Now you need to turn off this PS4 completely. Make sure you've got nothing connected to it, and then hold the power button down for 7 seconds as I'm highlighting there, and wait for the second beep. Then do it again, but before you do that, put the memory stick in and it'll beep again. Now for me, when I did it, this time round, it didn't boot into safe mode. I had to press the power button again once to get it to boot into safe mode. So you got your memory stick, you have to create a PS4, all in capitals, directory at the top, then put an update directory inside that, and then put your 800 megabyte firmware. And this screen shows you the 250 megabyte patch file that I had. See, 800 versus 250. So make sure you got a big one. So we've gone through the safe mode bit that I've just told you about. You'll get that screen, go all the way down to the bottom to initialize your PS4. Select that. And once you click okie dokie on this one, you can say, oh, it's taken a lot longer this time around. And that's goodness. Because it's a lot bigger file. It's validating and saying, yay, do you want me to wipe your data? Sure, because my hard drive is completely blank. It's a brand new one. So it goes through the whole initializing of the hard drive. And then it goes and installs the firmware on it. And of course I've sped it up, but I'm still showing the screen so you know what it looks like. And of course the magic last 1% to go. It takes a little while. And then hey presto, it's done. And your system reboots and you get presented with this. User 1. And you can go into, you can sign in right now if you want to and just reinstall games if you've got nice high-speed internet. You don't have to do the backup state. And this shows you the 1.77 terabytes of free storage that you've got. But in my case, I wanted to just restore, leave it to do its business, and hey presto. So back up and restore again. This time I click restore. Obviously at this point in time I've got my USB hard drive connected. Click on it, restore, and off it goes. So now this will take a lot less longer. It took about 3 hours or so. And you'll see it go through this stage initially. And I've sped it up again because I don't want to bore you, but I want to give you an idea. Starts doing this and you're thinking, oh, this is going to be really quick. And then it actually starts really restoring the files. So it prepped it all up. And it took about 3 hours, you know, and hey presto, there we go. And it was relatively painless. I only got caught out by the little firmware update file being the wrong one that I downloaded. So I wanted to make sure that you guys were aware. So when it reboots up after doing the restore, you'll get this rebuild database screen. And then you're it. That's it. You are done. You've got a working system. Of course, again, you go and check that it's restored because you can see the storage and it looks all cool. So we're going back down to the system storage management screen and you can see, hey presto, I've got 1.38 terabytes of free space. Fantastic. At the time of making this video, there's only 2 terabytes. Hard drive is the max capacity for these 9.5mm sizes. And all you got to do is sign in. So I hope you guys found this guide useful. I'm sure a lot of you will do. As always, I appreciate a thumbs up because quite a bit of effort went into creating this video for you guys. Any questions or queries, feel free to drop a comment down below. And if you want to keep in touch, go and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, this has been Sim.